Hi everyone, Creative Lori here. Welcome back. I'm back. Oh, by the grace of God and the help of others. So I just got this phone activated today, and it was a gift from one of you. And I'm so thankful. That was such a kind gift. To be honest, when I got it, I was really relieved because I was so disconnected from everything and everyone without a car, without a phone. I mean, I did find ways um, to talk on the phone through an app on, it's called Text Me, through my tablet, but I could never call anyone. They had to call me, and I'd have to, send an email and say, well, let me know what time. And it was like a lot of coordination. I couldn't wait to email her because there's a time difference and let her know I received it and thank you so incredibly much. I was really relieved, to be honest, because there are some things kind of going on in the back of the scene here, and I don't really want to talk about it, but I have felt very disconnected from people because I don't have a phone. And yeah, it was really nice of her. And I finally, I was able to finally, get to, well, I was able to finally get my car going. So that's one thing, which it's running. It's not running great, but it's running. And we're not really sure exactly what the problem is yet, but we're going to try something and troubleshoot and then kind of go from there. I thought there was a food pantry, a local food pantry, so I wanted to go to that first. Or no, sorry, to get my phone done and then the food pantry, but then I realized I had the date wrong and the time wrong anyways. So it's next Thursday. I think today's the 14th. So it's going to be on the 21st. But there's another church pantry. I think it's for next week though. Like everything is passed. So we're going into the next week, and I think it's on a Tuesday, I think. So I'm going to look into it, and like I'm fine. I also want to so I'm so thankful. Thank you, Malin, for getting me this phone, and also it worked through my phone carrier. I was so worried. But then also she got me a like one of those swamp towers coolers that you plug in and you have water in it, and then also you put like these ice packs in it, and it helps cool down the room because it was so unbearable here when it was in the hundreds, and it normally is in the hundreds at this time, but by the grace of God it's not right now. And it, let's see, I received it after the hundreds, but it's still hot, like in the 90s, upper 90s. Today was not bad at all. It was only 91 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, thank you, Lord. Um, I'm just so thankful because it absolutely cools down the main upstairs room where I'm at. And I have a fan blowing into the room I'm actually in. And it's just so hot up there. And I'm constantly in there because I'm making sure, I'm putting cardboard in the windows. I'm drawing the blinds. I've got, drapes, these blackout drapes also. Well, not in that one. I just have the blackout drapes going across and then cardboard all the way across. So it's made a huge difference. The AC is not fixed. We think we know what it is. We got a part from my dad's friend, and my dad installed it, and it wasn't the problem. But you kind of, this is how you do it. You troubleshoot to see what the problem is. So we're pretty confident we know it's like the fan in the attic. And I just told my dad, I said, they haven't showed up. Let's just forget it and let's move on. I'll wait until fall or winter when things might be a little different and it's not so hot. I mean, I know why they don't want to come. They know that we're not financially stable and they are busy. That's two. And three, it's in the attic, which I know they're not happy about, especially when we were having that really hot weather. I can't blame them for that. So I've been dealing with it, and my dad doesn't have to deal with it. So, I mean, it's hot downstairs too, but not like it is upstairs. When it's 104 outside, it's just as hot or hotter upstairs. And you feel it as you're coming upstairs. You can't help but feel it. It's miserable, but like I said, she got me that. I guess I think it's called a cooler or a windowless swamp cooler, maybe, because it rolls around. It doesn't go in the window, but it acts, helps, or it works with the water and ice packs. So thankful. I also wanted to thank those that have bought me, that I haven't already thanked, um, from last month. I want to thank those that have bought me a coffee, and that's Michelle Payne and Malin. And I'm very thankful and thank you. And I thanked the others last month. And then I had, let's see, through Amazon wish list, I had received a couple of gift cards from Malin, and I thanked everyone else last month. But I got an additional gift card through Malin and Jen, and I'm so thankful. It's really been helpful. I can't tell you guys. Jen also has a cat, and I'm dealing with a senior cat. The other senior cat we had to put down. My sister miraculously paid for it, and I'm very thankful because I didn't know what to do. He had to be put down, and so I'm very thankful. She took him to a clinic, though. She was going kind of like, more affordable route. And the thing was, they couldn't go back there with him. And they had to pick him up the next day, which I don't like. I don't know. I just don't like them going into the freezer. I would have this fear of like them not being dead or something all the way. I don't know. Anyway, but it got done and he got to come home, and my dad and I buried him. That was really sad because he was with me ever since he moved in here with my dad. Well, I think we brought him home in November of 2023. And my dad moved in at that time too. And then full time. And then he lived in my room for all that time. But then I put him outside of my room because I was ripping up the carpet it's the bathroom. It's not my room, but that's what I use for my room because my room is a storage unit with my dad's stuff and my stuff and my mom's stuff. So he lived out there with another cat that does not leave that room, although he's gotten a little brave in these last several weeks. He's left the room down the hallway a little bit, which is so nice. So there's been changes in the house, like all these things, good and bad and really bad. But the positives are my cat coming out a little bit, my car getting going again. It's not perfect, but it's running. And it's a little scary sometimes, trust me, when I'm running it. But I think we know what the issue is. Then the other positive is I got a phone, and I'm just shocked, really. Thank you. And then I got that cooler, which really helps upstairs because then I point a fan to direct the coolness and push out the heat, and it really works. I mean, you can see I'm sweating now. It's so hot in here, but the window is closed because I don't want neighbors to hear and stuff. But I feel like I've just been sweating non-stop. Oh, and it's just so nice to have a cool fan on you, and but it's kind of made me a little like froggy and congested. No, not congested. Something in my lungs just from sweating all the time and then getting in front of a fan, and it just has made me feel kind of sick actually. I knew like it wasn't a cold, but it was something, and it wasn't allergies either, but it affected my throat and my ears. And it's a little bit better now because the weather is cooling down. I mean, I am sweating like just my skin, my arms, everything right now. I probably look, yeah, really shiny. But I wanted to come on here and just say thank you for wondering what's happened to me. And thank you for everyone who has donated to buy me a coffee in June, and July. It's been so incredibly helpful because I couldn't get to, um, like a food bank or a pantry. And then I did get some gift cards through Amazon. So I was able to use that for food for us and also some food for the kitties because they weren't eating. And one is still iffy. His name is Simon, but I just ordered some more of the freeze dried chicken, like it's just chicken, freeze dried chicken, excuse me. And he's been pretty consistent with eating that, but he'll also eat a little bit of chicken, real chicken. So on Amazon Fresh, I was able to get some chicken leg quarters, which is the thigh and the drumstick. And it's dark meat, which everyone seems to like dark meat. Like my dad likes it. The puppy who's sitting behind me likes it. That cat likes it. So I'm shredding it. I'm going to cook another one and shred it and add a little rice and some peas to it because I know and pumpkin, and with the broth and everything, he'll eat it then. But I have to shred it teeny tiny, and I have to be very patient with him. And he's still eating a little bit of his kibble. It's just been a lot for him, poor thing, but he made a turnaround. The other one, my dad's cat, Gingy, did not, and it got worse. And I referred to him as a her, but it was a him. He was such a sweet cat. And I put him back in my room probably 2 weeks before I decided to put him down. And he was just too thin. There was no turning back with it. So I was very emotional about that and sad that I couldn't be there for him, But it was the right thing to do to put him down at that time. He couldn't go on. He was trying, poor baby. He couldn't eat though. The last 2 days he hadn't eaten. He was just drinking water and they kept trying to go to the bathroom. So that's when I'm like, yeah, at that first day I knew that. And so I told my dad, you're gonna have to, we didn't have a car then, you're gonna have to take him to put down. My sister was out of town and she wasn't back until a certain day, so that's why it took 2 days. And but I kept him as comfortable as possible, and he was loving, and I kept trying to feed him. I tried every variation you can think of: freeze-dried food, wet food, really liquefied, in a syringe, chunky. Some things would work some days, and then the next it wouldn't. He just was done. I'm so glad that I said no, he needs to be put down, and that my sister came when she did, and my dad and her went to the clinic and had him put down. So that's the bad news of it all. And then the other bad news is that, Simon is still battling coming back, but he has come back a little bit and it's gotten better. The other thing, the bad thing um, is AC, not being fixed yet, but I can live through it. You know, I've been living through it, and my dad doesn't really have to deal with it. So I told him, you know, let's just not right now because we really have no way of paying for it. So let's just bypass it. And by the fall or winter, if things change, then I'll get it fixed before the springtime. That is it, you guys. But I'm back. And I feel so good that I'm back and I can talk to you all because it gets very lonely. And without having access to the side world, I was very, very lonely. And lots of things going on in the background. And so I'm very happy for the new friends that I've made. And I'm so glad now I have a phone. It's just easier. Like it was hard working my Facebook on my tablet or, you know, trying to, when you can call each other through Messenger. My tablet is just so particular. It's an Amazon Fire tablet that I bought like I think 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, and it was super cheap. It was like $88, I think. And I'm so thankful I have it. In fact, I've learned how to navigate and get better with it because it does have so many quirks, and it's not Google friendly. So, and you can't just like take a video and upload it. You have to you can't pause, you can't try to send it to edit it. It was just a mess. So I did my best with it, but I'm going to say goodbye for now because I need to turn the fan on. I'm just like so hot right now. And I just wanted to update you all. I'm fine. I have a phone again, thanks to Malin. And I have had, some gift cards to buy through Amazon Fresh for like fresh stuff like lettuces and chicken and you know like green onions, radishes, avocados, things like that. So once again, thank you again to everybody. I will see you all later, and please do leave me a comment because I really need to get back to YouTube and the algorithm. So thumbs up, comment, share, if you know somebody who would be interested. And this is not a great video probably to share because it's like there's no content here, just I'm updating you. But you know what I mean. I have lots of older videos where I make hummus and pickled vegetables, and when I was living off of $25 a month for groceries, and how I would make, breakfast, lunch, and dinner videos. They're all in playlists, so go check them out. But I will be back tomorrow and I'll be doing another video. I'll probably be wearing the same outfit because I'm going to record it now. After I cool myself down with my little fan here. Hold on. Ah, yeah. So good. So good. Ah, thank you, Lord, for electricity and fans. Okay, I will see you all later. Bye.